My ex-wife abandoned our kids 9 years ago. Now she's back and wants to be their mother again. I honestly don't know where to start with this mess. My hands are literally trembling as I type this, but I need advice from people who might have been through something similar. 9 years ago, my ex-wife Anna walked out on me and our 2 kids, Noah, 6 at the time, now 15, and Lily, 4 then, now 13. No warning, no discussion, nothing. One day I came home from work and found a note on the kitchen table saying she needed to find herself, and that marriage and kids were suffocating her potential. Her friend group had apparently been filling her head with ideas about how she was wasting her prime years and needed to live authentically. The kids were devastated. Lily cried herself to sleep for months asking when mommy was coming home. Noah became withdrawn and angry, started acting out at school. Anna called maybe 5 times in the first few months, making promises she never kept about visiting. Eventually, I changed our numbers and cut contact completely because her empty promises were destroying the kids more than her absence. I spent years as a single dad, juggling my job in construction management with parent-teacher conferences, soccer practices, and trying to be both parents to 2 traumatized children. It was the hardest period of my life, but we made it work. 3 years after Anna left, Lily started having trouble in 2nd grade. Her teacher, Laura, was incredibly patient and helped her through some behavioral issues. Laura and I started talking more during pickup times and eventually, well, you know how these things go. We took it incredibly slow because of the kids. Laura never tried to replace their mother. She just loved them where they were and let them come to her naturally. 2 years ago, Laura officially adopted both kids. They call her mom now. Anna's parental rights were legally terminated due to abandonment. The kids barely remember Anna at this point, and when they do, it's not fondly. Laura is the one who taught Lily to ride a bike, helped Noah through middle school awkwardness, attended every game and recital. She's their mom in every way that matters, which brings me to yesterday. I was grilling burgers for dinner when the doorbell rang. Laura answered and I heard her voice change, confused, then protective. "Michael, you need to come here." The edge in her tone made me drop everything and head straight for the front door. And there she was. Anna was standing on our front porch. 9 years older, different haircut, designer clothes I definitely couldn't afford back then. She looked polished, put together in a way she never was when we were married. "Hi, Michael," she said, like we'd seen each other last week instead of nearly a decade ago. "I know this is unexpected, but I really need to talk to you and the kids." My first instinct was to slam the door, but the kids had heard voices and came to see what was happening. The moment they saw Anna, Noah's face went hard as stone. Lily actually stepped behind Laura and grabbed her arm. "I don't know who you think you are," Noah said, his voice cracking with adolescent fury, "but you need to leave. Now." Anna's face crumpled. "Noah, baby, I'm your mother. I know I made mistakes, but I've changed. I've grown. I want to make this right." "You're not my mother," he shot back. "Laura's my mom. You're just some woman who gave birth to me and left." Lily didn't say anything, just buried her face against Laura's side. Laura wrapped her arms around Lily protectively and looked at Anna with eyes that could cut glass. Anna started crying, saying she understood they were angry but that she'd found herself, and realized that her real happiness was with her family. She'd spent years in therapy, traveled, had relationships, built a career, but none of it mattered without us. I told her we needed to talk privately and stepped outside, closing the door behind me. She launched into this whole speech about how she knew she'd made the biggest mistake of her life, how she thought about us every day, how she'd finally gotten to a place where she could be the mother and partner she should have been. "Anna," I said, "you don't get to do this. You don't get to waltz back into their lives after 9 years and expect them to welcome you with open arms. They have a mother. Her name is Laura and she's the one who earned that title." She got defensive then, saying she never stopped being their mother, that biology matters, that Laura was just a stepmother playing house with her children. That's when I lost it. "Your children," I said. "Anna, you signed away your rights. You're legally nothing to them. More than that, they chose Laura, and Lara chose them too." She chose them every day for years while you were off finding yourself. She left after that, but not before saying this wasn't over and that she had rights. She's texted me 15 times since then, saying she's staying at a hotel in town and wants to take the kids to dinner, that she deserves a chance to explain herself. The kids are a wreck. Noah is furious and keeps asking if I'm going to let her back into our lives. Lily has been clinging to Laura all day and asked me 3 times if Anna is going to take her away. Laura is being amazingly strong for them, but I can see how much this is affecting her too. I don't know what Anna's legal standing is, if any. I don't know if I should let her see the kids or protect them from more disappointment. I don't know anything anymore. What would you do? Edit. Holy crap, this blew up. I'm trying to read through all the comments. A lot of you are asking about legal advice. I've got to call in to our family lawyer for Monday morning. To those asking why I didn't call the police, she wasn't threatening or violent, just showed up. Annoying, yes. Illegal, no. Yet. Update 1. Thanks everyone for the support on my last post. This situation is getting worse fast, and I need to vent somewhere before I lose my mind completely. First, the legal update. Talked to our family attorney this morning. Anna has absolutely zero legal rights to the kids. When Laura adopted them 2 years ago, Anna's parental rights were fully terminated due to abandonment. The lawyer was clear. She has no more legal standing than a stranger on the street. He said if she keeps harassing us, we can pursue a restraining order, but we need documentation of the harassment first. Speaking of harassment, Anna has called me 47 times since yesterday. 47. I finally answered this morning just to get her to stop. Michael, please, she said, and I could tell she'd been crying. I just want to talk to them. 5 minutes. I need them to understand that I never stopped loving them. Anna, they don't want to see you. They've made that crystal clear. That's because you've poisoned them against me. She snapped, screaming into the phone. They're children. They don't understand the complexities of adult decisions. You've had 9 years to paint me as the villain. I laughed, and it wasn't a nice sound. Anna, I never had to say a word against you. Your absence spoke volumes. Kids aren't stupid. They know who showed up and who didn't. She started rambling about how she was too young when she left, how her friends convinced her she was missing out on life, how she needed to mature before she could be a good mother. Classic Anna, pretending to take responsibility while simultaneously making excuses for doing the exact opposite. I've changed, she kept saying. I'm ready now. I'm financially stable, emotionally mature. I can give them things now that I couldn't before. They don't need your things, Anna. They needed their mother and you weren't there. The conversation went in circles for 20 minutes before I hung up, but here's where it gets worse. That afternoon, I was at work when I got a text from Anna. I'm taking Noah and Lily to dinner tonight. I don't care if you like it or not. They deserve to hear my side of the story. I immediately called Laura, who was picking the kids up from school. She said Anna wasn't there, but she'd keep an eye out. Then I got another text. At Lily's soccer practice. She looked so grown up, I missed too much. My blood ran cold. I called the soccer coach, who confirmed a woman matching Anna's description was sitting in the bleachers, not talking to anyone but watching intently. I left work immediately. By the time I got to the field, Anna was gone, but Lily was shaken. Several parents came up to me asking if everything was okay, saying the woman had been asking questions about which kid was mine and where they went to school. That night, I sat both kids down and had the conversation I'd been dreading. As you kids both know, your biological mother is back in town, I said. She wants to see you both, but you're old enough to make your own choices about this. Whatever you decide, Laura and I will support you. Noah's response was immediate and vicious. I don't have a biological mother, I have Mom, he pointed to Laura, and some egg donor who couldn't handle being a parent. I don't want to see her, talk to her, or hear about her ever again. Lily was quieter but just as clear. Why did she leave us, Dad? Why didn't she love us enough to stay? That broke my heart. Honey, sometimes adults make really bad decisions. It wasn't about not loving you, it was about her not being strong enough to be what you needed. But Mom was strong enough, Lily said, looking at Laura. She chose us even when we weren't her real kids. Laura started crying then. Happy tears, but tears nonetheless. I texted Anna that evening. The kids don't want contact. Please respect their wishes and leave town. Her response came in the form of a 10-paragraph text about parental bonds, second chances, and how I was alienating her from her children. Then she sent individual texts to what she thought were the kids' phones. They're not. I control all the family phone accounts. This morning she was waiting outside Noah's high school. The principal called me when Noah spotted her and had a panic attack in the hallway. Security had to escort her off school property. She kept saying she just wanted to talk, the principal told me. Your son was pretty upset. He kept saying, she's not my mother. Why won't she leave me alone? I'm done being nice. I called Anna and told her in no uncertain terms that if she comes near my children again, I'm calling the police and pursuing a restraining order. Her response was to accuse me of parental alienation and threaten to fight for her babies. Anna, I said, you don't have babies. You have teenagers who don't know you and don't want to know you. You gave up the right to call them your babies when you walked out. She hung up on me, but the texts keep coming. Screenshots of parental rights articles, threats to expose the truth about how I stole her children, demands that Laura stop playing mother to kids that aren't hers. Laura is being incredible through all this, but I can see it's wearing on her. She keeps reassuring the kids that Anna can't take them away, but I caught her crying in the laundry room this morning when she thought no one was looking. The kids are struggling too. Noah is angry all the time, snapping at everyone. Lily has been having nightmares and keeps sneaking into our bedroom in the middle of the night to sleep on the floor beside our bed. They're both asking constantly if Anna is going to keep bothering us. I feel like I'm failing everyone. I should have been stronger when Anna first showed up. I should have protected my family better. But I also know that if I'd been too aggressive, Anna would have had the chance to paint me as the controlling bad guy. Tomorrow I'm filing a police report about the school incident and starting the restraining order process. I should have done it sooner. Anna needs to understand that she's not their mother anymore. She's a stranger who happens to share their DNA. The sooner she accepts that and moves on, the better for everyone involved. Especially my kids. Edit. Multiple people are asking about security cameras. Yes, we have them now. Installed this afternoon. Update 2, I'm shaking as I write this. What happened today crossed every line and I'm honestly scared for my kids' safety now. This morning started normally. Laura dropped Lily off at middle school while I took Noah to his high school. We thought we were being careful, varying routines, staying alert. It wasn't enough. At 11:30 a.m., I got a call from Lily's principal. Mr. Johnson, we have a situation. A woman claiming to be Lily's mother is in our main office demanding to see her. She's becoming increasingly agitated. I told them under no circumstances should Lily be brought to the office, and that I was on my way. The principal assured me they wouldn't release Lily to anyone not on her approved contact list. When I arrived, I could hear Anna screaming from the parking lot. She's my daughter, you can't keep me from my own child. I walked into the office to find Anna sobbing hysterically while a security guard stood nearby. She looked terrible, hair messy, makeup smeared. The moment she saw me, she rushed over. Michael, thank God, tell them I'm Lily's mother. Tell them they have to let me see her. Anna, I said as calmly as I could, you need to leave. Now you're scaring everyone, including Lily. I'm not trying to scare anyone, she screamed. I just want to see my baby girl. I brought her a present. She held up a small wrapped box. It's a necklace, a heart necklace that says, Mommy loves you. I've been carrying it for 3 years, waiting for the right time to give it to her. The principal stepped forward. Ma'am, I need you to understand that you're not on Lily's emergency contact list, and her father has made it clear that you're not to have contact with her. I'm going to have to ask you to leave school property. That's when Anna completely lost it. You don't understand, she shrieked. She's been brainwashed. They've all been brainwashed against me. I carried her for 9 months. I gave birth to her. Some teacher doesn't get to replace me just because she stuck around. 2 teachers quickly ushered students who had been in the hallway back into classrooms. The security guard stepped closer to Anna, who was now pacing frantically around the office. I've tried to be patient, she continued, her voice breaking. I've tried to be understanding, but enough is enough. I have rights. I am her mother. Anna, I said, you're not her mother anymore. Laura is, legally, emotionally, practically. You signed away your rights when you abandoned them. I didn't abandon them, she screamed so loudly that several people jumped. I was young, I was scared, I made a mistake, but I'm here now, doesn't that count for anything? The principal had clearly had enough. Ma'am, I'm calling the police. You need to leave immediately or you'll be arrested for trespassing. Anna's eyes went wild. You're calling the police on a mother trying to see her child. What kind of people are you? The kind who protect our students, the principal replied firmly. Anna turned to me with desperation in her eyes. Michael, please, 5 minutes. Just let me talk to her for 5 minutes. Let me explain why I left. Let me tell her I'm sorry. Let me tell her I love her. She doesn't want to hear it, Anna. She's made that clear. She's 13. She doesn't know what she wants. She's old enough to know who's been there for her and who hasn't. The police arrived as Anna was begging me to just bring Lily to the window so she could wave at her. 2 officers, both professional but firm. Ma'am, we need you to come with us, one said. Anna looked at them in shock. You're arresting me for wanting to see my daughter. We're escorting you off school property for trespassing. If you return to this school or attempt to contact this child again, you will be arrested. After she was gone, the principal and I had a long talk. They're implementing additional security measures, and Anna's photo is being distributed to all staff with strict instructions that she's not to be permitted on school grounds under any circumstances. Poor Lily had heard most of the commotion from her classroom. When I finally saw her, she was crying and shaking. Why doesn't she understand that I don't want to see her? Why can't she just leave us alone? I didn't have a good answer for that. When we got home, Laura was waiting with Noah, who'd heard about the incident. He was furious. Dad, we need to do something, he said. She's not going to stop. That evening, Lily surprised us all. I want to call her, she said quietly during dinner. Honey, you don't have to, Laura started. I want to call her and tell her myself to leave us alone. Maybe if it comes from me, she'll listen. I wasn't sure this was a good idea, but Laura and I agreed that Lily was old enough to make this choice. We set up the call on speaker so we could monitor it. Anna answered on the first ring. Lily, oh my God, baby, is that really you? Yes, it's me, Lily said, her voice steadier than I expected. I'm calling to ask you to please stop coming to my school and bothering my family. Anna immediately started crying. Baby, I just want you to understand. I understand that you left us when I was 4, Lily interrupted. I understand that you didn't want to be our mom anymore. That's not. I never stopped wanting to be your mom, You stopped being our mom the day you walked out, Lily said, and I was so proud of her strength. Laura is my mom. She's the one who helps me with homework, who takes care of me when I'm sick, who comes to my soccer games. She chose us, you left us. I'm sorry, Anna sobbed. I'm so sorry, I know I made mistakes, but I want to make it right. Please just give me a chance. I don't want to give you a chance, Lily said simply. I want you to stop bothering us and go away. We have a mom and it's not you. Anna was quiet for a long moment. When she spoke again, her voice was barely a whisper. If you really don't want me in your life, then I'll respect that, but please know that I love you. I've always loved you. I think about you every single day. Okay, Lily said, but thinking about us isn't the same as being there for us, and it's too late now. After Lily hung up, she crawled into Laura's lap and cried for an hour. Not sad tears, relieved tears. Like a weight had been lifted off her shoulders. All of us cried with her. Final update. I wasn't sure I'd post again, but this community has been so supportive that I wanted to give you closure on this situation. 2 days after Lily's phone call, I got a call from Mercy General Hospital at 3 a.m. Anna had been brought in after what the doctor carefully described as a mental health crisis. She was found unresponsive in her hotel room by cleaning staff who called 911. The doctor who called me said she was stable but had been asking for me. She'd listed me as her emergency contact. I'll be honest, my first emotion was anger. How dare she try to manipulate us even now? How dare she try to make her poor choices our responsibility? But then I thought about my kids waking up and potentially seeing news reports about their mother's hospitalization. I needed to control the narrative and protect them from that trauma. I went to the hospital alone. Anna was awake, looking small and broken in the hospital bed. When she saw me, she started crying immediately. Michael, I'm so sorry. I never meant for it to go this far. I can't live knowing they hate me. I can't live knowing I destroyed the most important thing in my life. Part of me wanted to comfort her, but I couldn't. Not after what she'd put my family through. Anna, if you're genuinely struggling with mental health, you need professional help, but you can't use a crisis like this to force your way back into our lives. She nodded, tears streaming down her face. I know I messed up. I lost my mind these past few days. Seeing how much they've grown, how happy they are without me, it broke something inside me. They are happy, I said firmly. They have a good life, a stable home, a mother who loves them unconditionally. That should make you glad, not destructive. It does, she whispered. It does make me glad, and that's what hurts the most, knowing that they're better off without me. We talked for about an hour. Anna told me about her struggles with depression, how she'd convinced herself for years that leaving was the right choice, how she'd built up this fantasy of a reunion that bore no resemblance to reality. I thought if I could just explain myself, they'd understand. I thought love would be enough to fix everything, she said. Anna, love isn't just a feeling. It's a choice you make every day. It's showing up, being present, putting their needs first. That's what Laura does. That's what love actually looks like. Before I left, Anna made me a promise. I won't contact you or the kids again. I'll sign whatever legal documents you need. Will you tell them someday that I'm sorry and that I hope they have amazing lives? I told her I'd consider it when they're older if they want to know. Anna has been transferred to a psychiatric facility for treatment. Her sister drove up from Phoenix to handle her affairs and check her out of the hotel. I gave her my lawyer's contact information in case Anna changes her mind about staying away. The restraining order is still in place, just in case. My kids are doing better. Noah seems relieved that it's over, though he's still angry about the disruption to our lives. Lily asked if Anna was okay when I told them about the hospital, which shows what a good heart she has despite everything. Laura has been incredible through all of this. She never once made it about her, never got jealous or insecure, just focused on protecting and supporting our children. I fall in love with her more every day. We're going to family therapy to help process everything that happened. The kids need tools to deal with any residual trauma from this experience. And honestly, Laura and I could use some professional guidance on how to handle questions about Anna as the kids get older. For now, though, we're just grateful to have our quiet, normal life back. Homework battles and sibling squabbles, and Laura teaching Lily to braid her hair, and Noah teaching me about some video game I'll never understand. The ordinary, beautiful chaos of a real family. Biology doesn't make you a parent. Showing up does. Thank you all for the support over these posts. You guys have been incredible.